going to start a thread here on the wall, the sea defence wall, Penzance. There's a bit in the Tao Te Ching that says, sort of talks about doing, not doing. So it says, like, when nothing is done, nothing is left undone. And for a lot of your life, you're told to try your hardest. Try at things your hardest instead of do. And there's a very, very distinct switch in mindset between the two. To do one's best is to do what's within your capacity and know that you can complete it to that capacity. To try almost sets up a narrative of defeat. It almost predetermines that you're going to fail because you're trying to do something instead of just doing the thing. Now, it doesn't have to be anything big to do it, to do a thing. It could be just doing the washing up. Instead of trying to do the washing up, just do the washing up. If you're trying a new trick on skates, just do the new trick. You might not get it, but do it to the best of your knowledge. As far as you can get with it, do it. Now, it doesn't always equate to positive outcome, but it might do. You never know. But don't set yourself up for failure, I think is what I'm saying. Really. My bus is here. I'm going to go and get my bus. I'm going to get my bus. I'll tell you what. Let's try and continue with the thread of yesterday. Trying your best and doing your best, them being two different things. I no longer want to try and do things. I want to do things. I want to have things happen. But it's doing, not doing. It's not forcing it to come, but when the chance is there to do it, doing it. Saying yes more times than I say no. Saying yes every time I possibly can say yes, I'm going to say yes. All opportunities, all interests, all things that come my way, I'm going to try and partake of them and make something of it. In saying yes, it's an opening. It's an opening up of yourself to be available and also be vulnerable, because when you say yes to things, you are risking damaging something that you intrinsically know as you, something that's within your easily graspable ability, especially if it's something new you're saying yes to, something that is outside your comfort zone, for example. So you might say yes to bungee jumping or something. That's just a crazy example, but it could be saying as simple as saying yes to, oh, I'll go for a coffee, yeah, that's fine, with a new person that you don't know. Or yes to, I don't know, there's so many things you can have a binary decision on, yes or no. And when you're saying no, you're just immediately shutting off an avenue of exploration, intrigue. And normally because you got some sort of fear of doing it. But the more you expose yourself to those yes moments and those awkward moments and those moments where you might not feel 100% comfortable in your skin, the better it is, really, because, well, that's how you grow. That's how you learn more. If you sit stagnating in the same room, the same places, the same company, the same ideas, the same thoughts, the same art, the same music, the same TV shows, the same everything, keeping things monotone and grey and just comfortable, leads you to stagnate, basically, and you become this murky pool of indistinguishable sludge with no vibrancy, no movement, no waves, no power. Whereas if you can say yes, you peaks and troughs and ups and downs, and they might be more extreme than the ones where for the people that choose to say no, they might get a ripple across the surface. They in their drudgery, in their the wind might brush the surface of their mill pond. You'll be far, or I've found that putting yourself in the situations where you can have the opportunity to grow by doing, not doing, like letting them naturally come to you, leads to far more richness and vibrancy and higher vibration in your mind and your being. When I said, like, yes, I'm going to go and volunteer at the art gallery, that's made me meet several new people who I've never met before, meet some really nice people who I've never met before, and really, really enjoyed my time doing it. Plus got to see some amazing artwork, and I haven't been exposed to like art for ages. Rejigged my opinions of Grayson Perry, which I think were heavily influenced by other people initially, because I was quite young and malleable, and I didn't really know what the work was about, and I just saw willies and vaginas on jugs, and I didn't really get it. And now reading his autobiography, just watched some documentaries about his current exhibition that we've got up, which is his tapestries, learning where he's coming from, what he's talking about, and what he's trying to express within his work. I've learned a whole new way of looking at things, and it's really strange because I'm also reading The Descent of Man and No Logo by Naomi Klein. Now, Naomi Klein's talking about all branding and all things like that, and that's what The Descent of Man talks about in chapter 3, I think it is, about sexuality branding and boys, girls, what we are and what we do, and what our gender is ascribed to by colours by the age of whatever 3, and they are so rigidly branded and drawn to those things. And I just hope that we're raising Ali not to be non-gendered, but to be just who she wants to be. When we ask her actually who she's been playing with at school, it's normally she plays with the boys but has lunch with the girls. So she's been building car ramps and all kinds of stuff for the boys, and then at lunch she sits with the girls. I'm getting off track. I was talking about doing, wasn't I? So I'm going to take as many opportunities as come my way. I'm also going to leave myself open to opportunities that may arise. And the ones that I can say yes to, I'm going to say yes to. And the ones that are impossible or difficult for me to... The ones that are impossible for me to do, I will have to say no. But things that are difficult, I'm going to make effort to do them. I'm not going to take the easy route of just saying, no, I don't fancy that. Or, no, that's too much effort for me. Because putting that little bit of yourself out there, that little bit of myself out there, has opened a whole new gateways of... has given my life a new richness. By going swimming in the sea in cold weather, that's given my life a richness. By going skating as much as I have been able to this summer, has given myself a richness. By getting back into drawing again, I've been drawing the last couple of days. I mean, there's this guy here, I've done this guy up digitally now, and I've been working on this guy, he's drawn up digitally now, and it's just been great. I've been loving it, being creative and getting lost in here and not being afraid to do it, just doing it, not trying to do it, not trying to do anything else, not trying to look like anything else, just trying to do what you want to do, not trying, just doing what you want to do, I keep saying trying. It's so intrinsic, isn't it? To say, I'm trying to do this. Just doing it is so important. And it might be the Nike logo, I know, just do it. But that's branding that's come to me. But I think go for it. Maybe that's what we should call it. Go for it. Just go for it. Don't sit there twiddling your thumbs thinking what if.